This property is on the market at the moment.
Yes.
The scheme in terms of the configuration of flats, who has come up with that?
I have.
And that's based on, have you consulted a planning consultant, or how have you arrived at that scheme?
Property Elevator is back and we are bigger than ever. This year, we see our angels looking to invest their hard-earned cash into some of the best property deals on the market. Will our angels be keeping their lights green, or will they be turning them red? And to shake things up, I'd like to introduce you to the lender, who'll be giving their insights into how these deals could potentially be viewed from a lending perspective. Our angels are seasoned developers, mentors, and investors with a combined experience of over 100 years. They are Paul Mahoney, Ranjan Bhattacharya, John Howard, Hayley Andrews, and Nicholas Walworth. Unlike the angels, our lender, Scott Marshall, can't shake hands on any of the deals. So, it's up to our candidates to impress one of the 5 angels for that all-important guidance and cash. So, let's meet some of the hopeful candidates pitching their deals on today's show. Hi Chris, welcome to Property Elevator today.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
So, you have a deal in the north, and I know that's where you've come from as well. Do you have much experience in this sector and this area?
I used to work in the construction industry.
Okay.
And I'm now going back to the construction industry, but more in a development role to provide social housing.
Okay, so it's quite a large scheme, isn't it? How many houses?
It's a 110 apartment in a Victorian warehouse for social housing.
Okay, brilliant. So you've got a nice social cause there. We always love something with a bit more of a deeper meaning and purpose to it. It's always great getting the funding over the line, but when there's something that really helps society as well, it just makes it that little bit better, doesn't it?
Yes, I'm trying to create forever homes.
Nice. Very nice. So do you have much experience in the property development industry, or is this kind of a big jump for you today?
Oh, this is a huge jump. This is my first development.
Yeah, okay. Well, good luck with it. You're in the right place. You've got some great angels up there waiting with a ton of experience, so they'll definitely be able to help you along. Good luck, and head up those stairs when you're ready.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi Angels,
Hi.
I'm Chris Cardona, and I am proposing a development for 110 social housing units for affordable rent. 55 are 2 beds and 55 are 3 beds, based in Oldham in Manchester. The building is a Victorian warehouse of 19,300 square metres.
Square foot.
Square metres?
Square metres.
Square metres.
It's 204,000 square feet.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's a big building.
It's over 6 floors. One is a basement, so I wasn't using that one for accommodation. And it's 5 above ground levels.
Yep. Can I ask you
Yes.
how much the purchase price is, please? And what you're looking for is today?
The broker has it up for sale up to 4 million.
Right.
But I have found a submitted valuation from the 31st of January this year, which is showing a range of 1.7 to 1.8.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And what are you looking for us for? What are you looking from us?
Requested 5 million. I believe because the project is 100% for social housing,
Yep.
there are many funding streams from the government.
Okay. Okay, so you're looking for a 50-50 deal? So we put the money in and
I was thinking, because this is a deal that's brought to you, and I am not going to have any skin in the game.
Yep.
I think any more than 2% as more of a finder's fee for bringing the package to you is unacceptable.
Right.
A man of my thinking.
You've pleased Ranjan anyway, that's good news. Just trying to get a bit of a handle on this. What's the rental income going to be?
It is looking at a pre-tax of 659,029 and 80 pence.
Do you have any relationships with social housing, contract housing authorities, registered providers, those kind of people that would be running the building?
Not at the moment, but within Greater Manchester and the many boroughs within, they actually have their own housing association which runs 250,000
Homes, yeah.
homes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one big housing association there. Have you approached them yet? Have you had any conversations?
Not at the moment.
yet?
I didn't want to get the hopes up about such a large volume of housing coming to them.
So is this building listed? Is it a listed
question.
building, historically
Yes.
listed?
It is listed.
Grade 2, presumably.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So this
Paul, sorry, Ranjan, sorry.
This property is on the market at the moment.
Yes.
The scheme in terms of the configuration of flats, who has come up with that?
I have.
And that's based on, have you consulted a planning consultant, or how have you arrived at that scheme?
I have. I calculated 75% usage of each floor, and the planning requirements for an apartment building.
That's what I was worried about, because looking at the floor plate,
Yes.
there's a lot of square footage,
Yep.
but the windows are obviously on the outside.
Yes.
So there's a lot of internal space that's
Very
quite
deep.
difficult
It's very deep.
to light. So I was wondering, because I did a bit of a rough calculation, I just thought that you may have done some sort of, this is the square footage space we've got, this is how many flats we can get out of it, allow for some communal space, blah, blah, blah. But because of the depth of the building,
Yep.
I'm not sure that would exactly work. That's why I was asking whether you've got a planning consultant.
Well, what we do, I'm not being rude, but
Maybe much less flats.
yeah, what we do on a deep
what I'm
building
saying.
like this, Ranjan, is we do an atrium in the middle.
If you can with a listed building.
Well, they probably will let you
yeah.
because you are retaining as much as possible. Do an atrium. Everyone's got flats, windows there on either side, and it splits the depth in half or more than half.
Yeah, of course it does.
Front and back, side, and so on. So that would be the way. And I think well done you, because 110 flats sounds sounds about right. So have we got any build costs, rough build costs for this?
Yes, based
Okay.
off. There's 4 comparable projects in the handout.
Yep.
With their cost breakdowns.
Yes.
Going off BCIS data,
Yep.
there is a low price of £1,000 per square metre.
It won't be that. Next.
Good. Is that too low or too high?
Far too low. Go on,
Right.
next.
The lowest was 1,000. The highest was 1,500.
Too low. In my view, I think this would be
Completely agree.
at least 2,000 to 3,000 a square metre. The reason being, a job of this size needs a major national contractor, because any bank you go to is going to want what's called collateral warranties, 10-year collateral warranties from that contractor, and no local or even a regional contractor probably is big enough to cope with that. Paul?
Are you struggling to find your next commercial to residential conversion project? Well, over the next 2 years, virtually every UK bank branch will close. Banks are fabulous buildings in prime locations, and thanks to permitted development rights, they're really easy to convert to alternative uses under a light touch planning regime. My team have put together a list of over 500 UK bank branches which are poised for imminent closure. And for a limited period only, you can download this list absolutely free. Your next commercial property project is on this list. So download it now and enjoy the rest of the video.
What's the end value?
So, and based on the Strategic Land Availability Assessment in 2023, that puts the area value at the low range at 2,200 per square metre and a high value of 2,700.
So basically, whatever you're going to spend, you're only going to, build-wise, you're only going to get your money back. So without any grants, and I accept there may be very many grants available,
Yes.
basically the property is worth -0. It's not worth anything at all. It's worth minus because of the cost. And some people can never understand that, can they? But
So when looking at a realistic build cost versus a realistic GDV,
yeah, it's worthless.
there's no profit.
There's no profit, but of course, because of what it is, they will want to see it they will want to see the building retained, and there are grants available in order for us probably to make 20% return on our money.
I'm interested to hear from Hayley. She's got very relevant experience in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is grants available, but this is a huge scheme. You need to have those conversations up front, really, before coming in here so that we know what we're working with.
Okay. Nicholas, any more questions?
No, but I'll tell you where I am, if I may. I think you've come in with hypothetical numbers everywhere, and that's the problem. I can't rely on anything of what you've said. I appreciate a lot of it's based on research, but that's all it is. So I'd have to go away and look at everything. But as a deal sourcing fee, I'd do that anyway, of course. Yeah. So I just can't make a decision on it today. Yeah. And if even if you were had done a few deals and this was just a step up, this is too big for me in the current market because of the risk of the market at the moment. I just don't want to commit that sort of money into one site. I'd rather do 5 £1 million deals than one of these at the moment. So that's just my opinion on the market. So yeah, I won't be investing, but good luck. Thank you.
Chris, the issue with this is it's an exciting project. It's a beautiful building. And yes, there are grants available, but you haven't explored that, and it doesn't work at all without it. It very much relies on that grant money being available. So if you'd have come in with a bit of information, conversations that you've had on what would be available, we might have been able to have an open conversation about it and see a deal.
All right.
Okay.
Have we heard from Scott yet?
I think I'd like to hear Scott's viewpoint on the numbers. I mean, we don't think it works. From a lending perspective, do you think this would work?
Well, I'm going to give you a slight curveball, which is that you're wanting a 2% finder's fee for this, I think. But then you're saying you want to be involved with the project. With any type of angel investment, it doesn't matter whether it's a normal business or it's something like this. Yes. The key is keeping the person that's running the business interested. And for a 2% return, that isn't going to be enough to keep somebody interested. So, I don't have a lot of value that I can bring to this conversation. It's quite a sort of pie in the sky project.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Yeah, Paul.
I love these buildings. I've been involved with quite a few redevelopments of these, and pretty much all of them have gone wrong. In that they've taken a lot longer than expected and cost a lot more money, and they've mostly been sold off plan, and the investors are upset and they pull out because it goes past the sunset clause and all the rest. If you can get it for what it's actually worth, being the 1.7, rejig the planning, make the numbers work, and then potentially pass it on to a national builder or developer, then potentially there's some money in it. And I would be willing to help you make that happen, but only if my good friend John was willing to do it with me.
Right.
John was looking at me hoping I'd come back in.
I was hoping you were going to say Nicholas is out, but I was hoping you might say Ranjan or Nicholas rather than me, as if I haven't got enough to do already. Shall I go? Hayley, do you want to go next? What's your...
I thought I'd gone, didn't I?
Okay, you're not ready.
Yeah, I'm out.
Shall I tell you what I am? Because I'm... Paul's desperate to work with me.
He really is, isn't he?
He's like the son I never had.
I like you, John.
So
more like grandson.
Grandson. That's really rude. Really rude. So, listen, has this got planning permission at the moment?
No.
So it's a subject to planning deal, basically?
Yes.
Okay, that helps as well. So what I would say is that, bearing in mind it's Oldham, yep?
Yep, it's in Royton.
It's in Royton, yeah. I really don't have the time to give you, unfortunately, to really get stuck into this. But I think if Paul's willing to take it on, then I'm, as he knows, because he's constantly WhatsApping me, what about this, what about that, John? I'm quite happy to support Paul in his endeavours with yourself.
Thank you.
But it's not something that I could take on officially with the two of you.
Are you in or out, John? Because you're still green.
I'm basically
Supporting Paul.
John said he would give me a hand.
I'm happy to support Paul and yourself because I'm willing to support, but I'm out.
So you've got one offer from Paul.
Yep.
To take it a stage further.
take it-
I
Take
think
Take it to
really.
the next step.
Take it to the next
And
step.
that's on the basis that effectively I will help you project manage this to the point where it's better packaged
Yep.
and we feel as though we can sell it on to someone else
Yep.
for more than we purchased it for.
I'm happy
How's
with
that?
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Super.
Good for you.
Chris, happy?
Yes, thank you
I
very
should
much.
think
Well
you
done.
are. Delighted, I should think. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Well done. Thanks
Super.
for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, he's done a lot of work on this.
Yes, he
And
has.
he deserves the respect we
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
him,
100%.
I believe. And,
Yeah.
and actually, it is all about grants. You are such a good expert. We've got a good mind. Your government keep giving you grants.
But I'm not sure it is about the grants in this case because this would be a great off-plan residential development. And you could achieve some high price per
Yeah,
square foot on this
maybe.
because there's lots of comparables of others that have already been
I
done.
agree.
And I've been involved in them. I've sold
Yeah.
hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I think if we packaged it like that
Yeah.
and got the outline planning and put some numbers next to it,
Yeah.
the GDV would be a lot more. And
I
we
think you
could
get more flats in, Paul.
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
more
a lot
flats
more
in,
flats.
and then you flick it on to, as
I
you
mean,
say,
you
a
could
national
get-
developer or
he's
builder
got- he's
who'll build
talking
it out.
about- he's
Or just
talk-
one of the local Manchester guys
Yeah.
who've done plenty
Yeah.
of these.
Chris, awesome job. How are you feeling?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Good, good. I'm really, really thrilled for you on that one. Obviously, it's a huge step up for you.
Yes, very much.
A new challenge, a new venture to get your teeth stuck into.
I'm very looking forward to
Yeah.
this being the first of hopefully many projects that I can do with him.
I hope so too. I really do.
The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street, we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.